To me, world peace means that every life that is born on this planet will have the capacity to be as joyful as possible. In order to make this happen, two things need to occur. People need to establish a sense of all inclusiveness within themselves, and they need to become sources of happiness by their own nature. Now, I talk about people here because when we talk about world peace, really what we're talking about is creating peace among humanity, because human beings are the only species that cause unnecessary suffering on this planet and that suffer excessively. So, in order to change this, a more all-inclusive culture needs to be established. This means that our society should be in such a way that the people who come out of it don't identify with just their body and their minds, or just their family or their nation or their favorite sports team. Their identification should expand throughout. It should encompass the entire humanity, because whatever you identify with, naturally you're willing to protect. If people were able to include everyone else as a part of themselves, you would not need to tell them to be good to others. It would be a natural response to feeling the humanity in those around them, to feeling the sameness that exists at the core of the people that they're surrounded by. And you wouldn't need to tell them to go out of their way to help end the suffering of others, because if they felt that, they would naturally want to bring others wellness, and they would do whatever it takes. They wouldn't just be focused on selfish desires, indulging in expensive vacations. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's fine. It's good. Everyone should enjoy their lives to its fullest. But when there's so much suffering happening, we just need to we need more compassionate people. We've come to a point where our technology has advanced in such a way that we're capable of addressing every fundamental issue that people are suffering from on this planet, from inadequate food to lack of water, insufficient healthcare and education and shelter. All of these could be taken care of, but the only thing that is missing is the human willingness to allocate the resources where they're needed. So definitely the first thing that needs to happen is we need more compassionate people. The second thing is that people need to start becoming sources of happiness by their own nature, because for many people on this planet, happiness means having the best things, having the biggest house, the fastest car, eating the nicest food. And the thing is that if everybody's definition of happiness means having the best material things, we'll never be able to achieve world peace, because this planet cannot sustain that lifestyle for everybody that's alive. So unless we redefine our sense of what happiness is, then our goal will never be met. And I think everybody wants world peace. I think everyone would love to live in a peaceful world. It's just that people need to realize that the reason they're searching for external material things is because those things bring themselves happiness. But if you examine it, it's pretty obvious that happiness comes from within you. And so since the experience, the state that you get from these external things comes from within, it is possible for you to become a source of happiness by your own nature. And if people become this way, then they won't harm or inconvenience others because they are in pursuit of their happiness, because that happens often. And also, they will be able to work even more efficiently to bring wellness of others if their own wellness is already taken care of. So how to make this happen? One tool that I found that has helped me is meditation. I picked up meditation 2 years ago, and the two biggest things it did for me are it allowed me to feel more connected with people because I stopped identifying as this body and this ego, this mind, and I started to open myself up to people a lot more. I used to see other people as threats. I felt they were strangers who were judging me, and so because I felt that way, naturally I was a little bit hostile and scared of people I didn't know. But after meditating, that faded away, and I started to be more open and loving to people. And when that happened, people naturally were more loving back to me. Um, I think everyone who is born on this planet wants to be loved. It's just that we forget that the way to be loved is to be loving. Because if you're loving to others, it's only natural for other people to be loving back to you. Another thing that it's done is, I used to suffer from depression and anxiety in high school, and since I picked up this simple practice, I've just become so joyful by my own nature, and it's like my life is no longer a pursuit of joy. It's just an expression of my joy. Um, Honestly, I know this may seem a little bit far fetched and a little too good to be true that um, a simple thing like closing your eyes and stopping your thoughts could yield such significant results, but in my experience, it's true. Of course, meditation isn't the only thing that needs to happen. It's just one step and it's one tool that can help create more compassionate human beings who are sources of their own happiness. And those are the types of people that we need to help spread peace on this planet. In order to spread peace, it is important that one becomes peace first. One last thing that I think is important is that for those of us who are compassionate and moved and happy and willing to devote our lives to bring peace to others, we have to keep in mind that time is a limited resource. Now we have so many problems, the biggest problems humanity's ever faced, with global warming, rising population, weapons of mass destruction. If we don't do something soon, we may damage this planet beyond repair. Thank you.